When Ethan got home, he found 4 notes from McKenna. They had been slipped under the door. He took a shower, rested a bit, and before leaving for the club, he decided to call McKenna. There was no answer at her home. He called the club. "Hey, Nolan. Glad you're back. I'm waiting for you here. I'll be there. Tell me, is McKenna around? I haven't seen her today. Do you have her number for the salon?" "Hold on." Ethan dialed the salon's number. "Hello, good afternoon. Ethan, where are you, home? What the hell happened?" "Nothing bad. Are you with one of your admirers?" "I'm alone. I'm on my way to you now." McKenna jumped into his arms. "Ethan, something amazing happened to me. Let's sit down so I can catch my breath. I was determined that you'd be the first one I told. I received an offer to take over the biggest nail salon in Hollywood. That is great news. Congratulations. They offered me a house, a percentage of the profits, and so much more. It's insane. How did they find you?" "The former boss left due to her age or some health problems. I didn't quite understand. I was recommended by my clients. I met many of them at the club. So, in a way, this is thanks to you. Consequently, you had to be the first to know. And the only one who gets a prize," McKenna said, kissing Ethan. "Are you playing games?" Ethan asked as he began to stroke her gently. At the same time, he kissed her tenderly. "Ethan, I feel like this moment is more than just celebrating someone who won a prize. It's about us. I'm celebrating a successful woman." Ethan gently brushed a strand of hair from her face. "So tell me, Madam Prize Winner, how are you celebrating?" Ethan pulled McKenna closer. The world outside felt further and further away. McKenna smiled, her fingers tracing the line of his jaw. "You always believed in me." "I always will," Ethan said, leaning in to touch his lips to hers. "McKenna, you're not just a prize winner, you're always a surprise." It was their moment. Ethan was alone. He would fall asleep as soon as his head hit the pillow. He paced the room. He thought of Charlotte, of McKenna, of Ava. Ethan's gaze fell on the phone. He looked at the clock on the wall. Without knowing why, he picked up the receiver and dialed Ava's number. Perhaps he just wanted to imagine a romantic conversation. The phone rang a little after midnight. A call at an inappropriate hour. The shrill sound disturbed the silence of the apartment, causing Ava to sit up in bed with a start. She hesitated before answering. Could it be a family emergency? Or maybe a wrong number? When she answered, Ava had a premonition of dread. The caller was silent. At the other end, she heard nothing but breathing, the same breathing she had felt near her a few days earlier. Then a sigh. Ava knew that sigh. She had heard it when he kissed her. Ava knew it was him. Fingers began to tremble. She had lied to Ethan, telling him she would be out of town for a week, an excuse meant to ward off unwanted questions. And now, he had discovered her deception. Once again, she had become a pathetic liar. In her desperate need for escape, she had tried to avoid the growing complications of her life. An old lover had come to her place for a week. What could she possibly say to make things right again? She had played with fire and gotten burned. Ava was torn between 2 worlds, the one she was desperately trying to escape, and the one she was proudly clinging to. This call would reawaken a dream that had been dormant, one that involved vulnerability and fears she had tried so hard to bury. Ethan received an invitation in the mail to what was meant to be the event of the year. At the Atrium Art Galleries, a bold exhibition was being organized, bringing together painting, sculpture, and literature. The invitation was signed by Ava, and the literature was represented by Ethan's latest book. He read the invitation several times and placed it carefully on his bookshelf. Ethan did not attend the event. He started cleaning. He drank the whole time. He tried to work. He couldn't. He tried to sleep. After half an hour, he got dressed, called a car, and went to the atrium. He watched for a while from inside the car. He got out and approached the large display window. He'd been given an exaggerated importance. Ava feels guilty, he thought. A homeless man stopped next to Ethan. His eyes were red and swollen. "Mr. Ethan, may I have your autograph, please?" "Of course, sir." "One moment." The man left for a few minutes and returned with a piece of cardboard. Ethan took out his pen, wrote a few words on one side of the cardboard, and signed it. "Do you need any help?" Ethan asked. The man didn't answer. Ethan left him all the money he had on him. He emptied his pockets, took off his coat, and placed it on the man's shoulders.